Drop.
Shiny, what in the blue meaty happened in there?
Shut up and just drop. It's a long story. I don't know. I went in there and I got hooked up to some machine, and it was like that really bad season of Yu-Gi-Oh! You know, where they go to the virtual island and all the duels are like with different monsters, and it's really weird. And it's kind of like that, like a virtual thing. And then, like, I couldn't get out, and some little baby was slapping me or something. I don't know.
No.
But it woke me up.
It was not a baby. I was just barely tapping him because I didn't want to hurt him. I didn't want to put him in the hospital. We had to get back here to do this thing. Yeah, that's what it was. You know, we had to get him out of the machine, okay?
Yeah, and this guy, he wanted me to go over there and start wailing on the machine like bulls on parade. And then I said, well, wouldn't that just ultimately assist the machine in the end? And he said, well, look, we didn't get into politics here. And I said, well, you just brought up the sword title. You brought up the band. Not me, boy. Not me.
Are you sure that's what happened? Because I don't recall that happening there, roly-poly.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that you were there and that I wasn't there. Do you want to continue telling the story that I was there for? The one that I was a part of?
Shut up! Just drop faster. They're trying to get this helmet.
I'm going as fast as I can. It's a golf cart.
Oh my gosh, that helmet? Why would they want that thing?
We've already been over this.
We got company.
Oh, yes. Those guys that were trying to stab us. They're trying to stab us, bud.
Those guys again? Come on, I thought we were finished with these guys.
Yeah, that's why we're at the golf cart running from. Tell them to roll your window down. Roll your window down. We'll talk. Roll your window down. Yeah, roll it. Yeah.
Simon, I will have that crown. You sure I couldn't pay you for it?
How much are we talking? Are we talking cash? Large bills? Because I will pull this one over right now and hand it over to you.
No, he won't. You can't have it.
Come on, Simon, we're good guys. Give it to us.
You're not nice guys. You can't have the crown.
Happy feelings all the time.
Over my dead body.
Let them be arranged. Ram him.
Hey, once you gotta get us out of here, why the driver man has to go on vacation?
Okay, watch out. I'm kicking in the turbo boosters.
Hey, I think we bought us a little bit of time. Wait, no, they're right behind. What the crap? You gotta keep going. These turbos ain't gonna do nothing.
Holy mackerel, am I seeing double? Shiny, who are you? How'd he get in here? Was it the aliens?
Did that guy just teleport? Who is this?
Oh my gosh, Simon. It's you. I mean, it's me. Hey, is this 1997? Oh, look, I got instructions right here. It's telling me that I'm gonna take a right here.
Get out of it!
Take a right.
Hey, that's Simon from the Resident Evil thing that we did several seasons back.
Yeah, I was there.
Actually, you weren't there, okay? What the crap are you doing here, man? I'm trying to get to 1997, Simon. Look, we need to take a left right here.
Hey, is that a treasure map? Get that thing out of my face. I'm trying to drive.
No, quit asking me that. I swear every year I go to, someone thinks I'm a pirate or something.
I sang a song about being a pirate one time. You want to hear it?
Oh yes, and I played the guitar on it. I got blisters on me fingers.
Nobody wants to hear you freaking pirates. Are you sure that's not a treasure map?
Yeah, it looks an awful lot like a treasure map there, but it's shiny. By the way, how'd you get in here?
Look, bud, he said he wasn't interested in giving it to you, so back off.
Simon, are you sure you don't want to give us the helmet? Race chance.
No. We got a time traveler in here we're dealing with. Talk to you later.
What did he say?
Okay, Simon, you're gonna take a ride up ahead. That's either gonna lead us to some doubloons or to get to 1997. One or the other, I can't remember. Oh my God. What that thing there?
Simon, is this guy a time traveler or not? I can't tell.
I can't tell either, Simon.
I swear, is he as dumb as you are?
He's dumber, or
He wasn't like that when we met him before. He was a very smart individual. Sharp as a mark.
I think I've seen this before. All those jumps through the years, they're deteriorating his brain at a vastly accelerated rate. Well, you know what? Sure you have any doubloons? Okay, well, look. You're in the wrong year. It's not 1997. I can't really tell you what year it is. It's somewhere up there, though. But you're not in the right year, so go. You gotta get out. Teleport. Go teleport.
I'll meet you again, Simon. Crap. Just get out. Take your privilege.
Holy crap, the aliens got him.
It was not aliens, you rube. It was the iPhone.
Simon, if I may, maybe we should just give them the helmet. I mean, it does look like a piece of crap.
How did you get in the golf cart?
The rider put me in here.
You say rider or rider?
Rider.
Yes, of course. As opposed to what? The wronger? The lefter?
Just how freaking big is this golf cart?
As big as the audience wants it to be.
It's just terrible riding. Who booked this crap?
You know that I got you back, Simon. It wasn't me. Because I can't even read.
Okay, fine. Kmart, you're driving. It sucks. You are no driver, man. We're just going to pull over and fight them.
No way, little Simon. You listen to me. I was there. We can't pull this thing over.
Ah, crap. Why'd you have to say anything?
Oh, God, another story.
It was the concrete jungles of 1994 Los Angeles, Simon. And Tito and Sandra were there on the bus with me. Dennis Hopper was about to blow us to Kingdom Come, and the bus couldn't go below 50 miles an hour.
I don't even know how fast that
Go
is.
off. But Spunky Sandra Bullock saved the day.
What? What? Really?
No, you idiot. Buses can only go 45 miles per hour. That's an established fact. Take your Prevagen, bud.
Hey, guys, if we live through this, I got an idea for an advertisement. Placebo Prevagen. Is it actually Prevagen? We'll figure that part out later.
Okay, scoot over. It's time for me to do my job. Will our heroes ever make it out of the chase alive? Find out. Now.
Pull over.
Oh, here it comes. Brace for explosion. We're still alive. Boiled again, Hopper.
Hey, they're stopping too. I think they ran out of gas. No, it's because they don't want to destroy the helmet by running us over.
I think just because they want to see the nice scenery of this back alley.
Well, Simon. The time has come to pay the rent.
Yeah. How can you sleep when your beds are burning?
What?
You know, how can you... the world turn...
He said you ain't get the crowd. You're gonna have to fight us for it.
Okay. Got any last words, Simon?
Yeah. It's turtle time.
Cut it off. No. Somebody's got to be responsible here. We cannot use that music, okay? We don't have a license for it. Use something else.
Hey, it's time to play on the playground.
What?
We'll work on the plays later.
Movements.
Wait, stop. Come on, start it again. Initiate overdrive. Fender jazz bass.
Yamaha drum machine.
Where'd he come from? Yeah.
Fender Telecaster.
Activate force field.
Ventriloquist now.
No, you're not in this lead. Les Paul.
Go on, man, it's your turn. Say it, Ben. Come on, Ben, just say, don't look at me with those bad hands. Come on, say it, Ben. Here. Do it all, synthesizer. Yeah. Playground, let's rock.
Try out the Les Paul. Hang on, Mike. Get it. Come on. Well, let's just yell it. Yeah. Hey, Dad.
Oh, boss, they're too strong.
Yeah, I did that.
No, you did. It was Kramer's synthesizer.
Really, Tam. Use your power of dissonance.
That's right, so the digga jigga jazz.
Well, this sounds kind of seasickly.
When did they tape one of my practice sessions? This is private material. Whoa!
Oh, they're too powerful. It's no use.
Yeah, maybe we should just give them the hammer. How much you say you'd pay us for that thing?
No. Look, I just used the tucking rule. It always works.
No, it's no use. We've not lost. Their distance is too strong. We need backup.
What?
You guys stay here. I'm gonna go get help.
What is he talking about?
I think I see him over in the alley. I'll be right back.
You sure you don't want me to use the tuck and roll?
Yeah, it's no use.
Where do you think he's going?
He's probably going to go pee on himself, which I'm probably going to have to do too, because that was a long ride. And back in that building, I couldn't find the restroom, and you wouldn't tell me where it was at. Bad show.
Trash can.
Wait a sec. You don't think?
Think what? This is a stupid trip and we wasted our time? Yeah, I do think that.
No, not that. It has to be him.
Never fear. Strata bears are here.
Hang on, let me get the walk.
It is! It's Strawberry! We saved!
Never fear. Strata bear. Same day.
Okay, I'm confused. Why are you talking like that, Simon?
What are you talking about, Simon? That's Strawberry, boy.
Yeah, Strawberry, what are you crazy?
Crazy.
I recorded with him last week. Put down a mean little ditty.
Oh, are you sure? Because he looks a lot like Simon. I mean, it's kind of weird seeing two blue-skinned people.
Of course I'm sure that's Strawberry. I mean, what are you talking about? You don't look at them like Simon. I mean, he talks
Yes.
differently, okay? He talks differently.
I can vouch.
That's how this show works, right?
Yeah,
Talk differently, so it gotta be a different person.
two completely different people.
Well, tell me how at the blue meeting that he got here then. Did the aliens warp him down?
I'm sure Simon just sent out the
Strawberry signal.
Strawberry signal.
Yeah, I built it.
Called him here.
We just called him up.
Well, then, tell me this. Where'd Simon go? I'm confused.
Are you guys ready to fight yet?
Hold your horses over there, Junior. We're hashing something out over here. I'm confused. Where'd he go?
Never fear, but the bodybuilder. Simon, take a smoke break.
By the trumpet of Miles Davis, he does sound different. It really is the Strawberry.
And now, Stratabe, Zintae Hajime, in the Stratocaster.
Whose idea was to just stand here and allow them to transform over and over? Until the two Many times they were more lucky that we have the class to allow you to achieve identical transformation. Now, intersect helmet.
Mozzarella Playground. Get ready, rocker.
Oh, my Lord. Such a fierce battle. Nobody will ever believe that it happened. Good thing I'm here to tell about it. And that is exactly how it went down to the guy.
No, it's not.
Oh, come again.
There's no way that happened.
Oh, you think I'm lying? I was there, little other guy. I was there. I saw
Oh,
the
good
bullets flying.
You say that about everything, bud. You're like everywhere. What are you, omnipresent now?
Well, I don't know about that, but I do know, little other guy, that I got 19 and a half inch arms.
Great. Get out. I got a show to do.
Oh, come on, other guy. Why you gotta be that way?
Why are you calling me other guy?
Well, that is your name, isn't it? I mean, what do you want me to call you, Mr. Guy?
Just go.
Hey, you want to come by to the gym a little later, little other guy? We can work on them noodle arms of yours. Yeah, I'll give you a real sweet deal. Membership plus free ventriloquist now.
No, bud.
Yeah.
No. You banned me a month ago for deadlifting.
It was damage at the floor. That was genuine vital linoleum, little other guy.
Okay.
And you're not
All right, cool,
roboting either, so you sound good.
Awesome. No robot. Okay. All right. So here we go, I guess. Welcome, everyone, to the show that keeps giving you the things that you don't want at the time when you don't want them. This is just a regular show about the regular show. I'm your host, that one guy that nobody cares about, at least his name. And that's okay. With me today is a very special guest host, Mr. Rob Luther from Turtle Tales, Spotty Saturdays, and the Awesome Retro Junkies show. Everybody, please give him a round of applause. I tell the
Why,
jokes, he
thank
gets
you,
the
thank
glory. Yeah, that's right. There you go. How you doing, Rob? How you doing?
I'm doing great, and I do care about you, man. So don't stop that.
I meant
Stop
the name. I meant the name, sir. I'm
right,
not as
right.
good a host as you, so I get my words tied up a lot. I slur a lot on here.
I think you just crushed that intro, man. You did way better than I would have. I have to write mine down sometimes because I'm like, what do I normally say on the show?
Well, I've gotten so used to not reading.
There you go. There you go.
So what's going on in your world?
Dude, just doing great. We just got, we're on the, well, we're about to wrap up spring break and everything, but had a great time.
Oh, you were on
got
spring
to-
break.
Yeah. This
Oh,
week was
wow.
a great week, man. Just a lot of chores around the house. Got to spend a lot of good times with the family and everything. Got to go to some playgrounds and greenways and Man, it was great, man. What about you?
Well, the listeners won't know this for another half a year. I'm currently, literally, as of last Saturday, I just put out the season 2 finale that we did on karaoke
Yeah,
video.
I saw that. Yeah, karaoke video with karaoke.
Yeah, with karaoke's. Yeah. Something happened with the audio from the other show where something happened and part of it was missing. So I had to go on a scavenger hunt. Ours was fine. So I got that. So I split them into 2 shows because I wouldn't have been able to get them edited. But anyway, I've gotten up to this point. I think the next episode I am to review is Think Positive. So I actually haven't gotten to X. I'm skipping over some episodes, but I wanted to do this one with you because it's like literally this would be in my top 10 episode, probably my top 5. This is, and it may not even be my favorite episode of season 3, but it is objectively speaking, in my opinion, one of the best episodes of regular shows. So, as far as like production process goes, everything, Rob, have you ever used a trackball mouse?
Yes, I have.
I got a Kensington. How do you like them? Sorry.
Are you talking about like the trackballs on the top or
Yes.
just the?
Yes.
Oh, I don't mind them, but I definitely prefer, it either underneath or the laser, I guess. underneath or
Wow.
whatever you
Okay.
call it.
So I've been
Yes.
using a laser, and I've been developing what seems like symptoms of carpal tunnel.
Oh,
I got this Kensington Expert, which it's full transparency. It's about $100 mouse or trackball. It's got 4 buttons, and it's got this big red ball and a wrist pad, and I don't have to move my shoulder. I'm telling you,
Oh.
mixing music and editing, there's just a couple things, like when you have to right click and drag, it's harder. But everything else there's so much less pain, and it makes it so much, it just feels so much easier. Like that is,
Wow.
yeah, I'm so stoked about that. Like I don't go to bed with shoulder pain and elbow pain anymore. It speeds it up a little bit, but like I'm very stoked about getting that. And I hate it because once again, I'm just going in the hole more and more and more with just doing audio crap. But it's it's a hobby. So
Well, once we make our millions, it'll make up the difference.
right, you know. Beyond that, I'm just getting I'm on that hiatus. I'm taking about a 4 to 6 week hiatus from releasing anything. I am going to be putting out I don't know why I'm telling you this now, because like this ain't going to be out until after the hiatus is over, like several weeks after. But dear listener, if you're still holding on, thank you. I know everything's out of order. Just view this as like one of those weird, eclectic author books, where they tell everything out of time. But I'm finishing up some old music songs, some songs that I had recorded, or that the guys recorded, and trying to do that at least and everything. And
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
yeah, I've got a lot of stuff actually you haven't heard that I've been holding back. Yeah, probably actually the only stuff I've put out is honestly the stuff that just objectively sounds like crap. I mean, honestly, like there's a lot I've learned. The mixes aren't nearly as fizzy anymore. They're not as distorted. There's a lot more clarity. There's just a lot of things I've learned. And it still takes me a long time. And if you, just playing them back on like a cell phone or something, you're probably not going to hear it. But if you play it back on headphones, probably even in a car, you're not going to hear it quite as much. Maybe,
right.
but if you just play it back on headphones, it's like night and day. So, and I actually kind of feel bad about that Spider-Man intro. I might need to go back and touch that up. a
Really?
bit.
No, I loved it, but you do you. But I think your stuff's awesome. I think it's excellent. Sorry. Sorry, starting early.
So you've been. There's another one of them, folks. I keep getting viruses trying to attack my computer.
Oh,
Whatever.
man, they're after you today.
It's malware advertising. Oh, I know what it is. It's because of the Spider-Man comic. I'm just gonna close that out.
you shady son of a gun.
So, have you done anything? Well, can you give us an update on any of the podcasts you're involved with?
Oh man, I wish I could give you something interesting, man, but I've really not done a whole lot. What I've been doing for the last 2 months is I've been working on a kid's book.
Okay.
It's a story I've been wanting to do for a long time. I've had this Halloween story, and it's so funny. My daughter, she's like my accountability partner. She'll see me on the couch, and I don't have my laptop in my lap. She'll go, "Dad, aren't you writing your story?"
Oh
Like,
man,
oh, you're right. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, cut this TV off. Let's get to it. My daughter's calling me out. But yeah, I've just been doing that for now, and my goal is to at least have the first draft written by my birthday.
yeah,
And then hopefully in the summer, I know you and I have been working together on a Spider-Man podcast called Spidey Saturdays, and we've got about I think 4 or 5 episodes in the can now, and I guess as we're recording this, we here soon we'll be doing the Doctor Doom issue, but I'd like to start releasing them in the summertime, probably bi-weekly.
summertime
but hope-
loving.
Love it in the summertime.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's the goal, and then eventually I would like to kind of swing back around to the Turtles and everything because I miss talking Turtles with you, and of course our buddy Josh and everything. I would love to, us all get together. Hopefully the stars will align, and the schedules
Yeah.
align, and we can do that as well, sometime in the summer. But yeah, I wanted to get this story out of my system, and then
Yeah.
rework it quite a bit over the summer while I have some time off, and then kind of see if I can shop it around, see if any publishing company will even sniff at it or anything. We'll see what happens. But
Yeah.
just getting it out of my system and finishing what I've started. Like, I mean, I don't know about you. Actually, you're one of the most creative people I've ever known. So maybe you can give me some advice here, but I struggle with finishing an idea, like a bigger project, because I get so focused on, like, how do I explain it? It's like I'll get 20 or 30 pages in and I'm still pretty excited about it. Then all of a sudden I'm like, I miss podcasting. Let me try this for a little bit. Then I'll put the project down. Or I get to come up with another cool idea for a story and I start pursuing that. And then this one over here, it's like, oh, this is shiny. Or let me write a song over here.
And I'm not saying that this is your personality type. Like, I know it is because you've been like that since I've met you. Case in point, I knew this when we first met and you started talking about video games.
Uh-huh.
I knew it because you're like, I get this game and I never finish it. I get this game and
true.
That's just you, dude. Dude, that's just you.
Wow.
I mean, that's like, I'll put it this way. I am literally, I want to be everybody else because everybody else around me is like similar, but I'm not. Like, I've been in a lot of weddings. Not that I necessarily want to be in a wedding, but I've been in a lot of weddings. I've never been the groom, but I've been in a lot. I've known a lot of writers. Honestly, I've shouldn't say a lot, but like, in the county I live in, it's kind of uncommon to know writers, and I know 2 or 3. And I've worked with, Superhuman Radio. There was a couple writers that we threw ideas off. I've never written anything though.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, when I write, it's podcast ideas, and there's some improvisatory nature into it.
Right.
Improvisatory, whatever. But for me, sometimes I don't have the liability of having to sit down and type things out. I'll handwrite it out, but like, I still want there to be a spontaneity to it. But like, if I can't, sometimes an ending just comes to me at first. And and sometimes the beginning comes, and then literally it's just like, okay, I'm just going to do whatever to put it together. But if I can't find an ending, literally, I will go in the booth and I will record. And it's always going to take me a couple hours. Like, it doesn't matter if I got it planned out or not. And sometimes it's just wherever this goes is wherever I end up.
I like that.
So literally, I would say to you, just do it. Just write it.
Yep.
Even if you can, write it when you don't think you can write it. So just say, okay, I'm going to crank out 5 pages. And even if you throw those 5 pages away,
right,
there's still going to be ideas in there that you okay, I've got 2 or 3 paragraphs in here that are really good. Maybe I'll just pull those out, throw everything else away. And that might open up a new door for you, though, like a new thought process.
You're exactly right. No, I think that's been my struggle since the very beginning. It's I always wanted the perfection from the very first draft, and that does.
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't work out that way, and I know that, and it's taken years and years and years. I don't know if I ever told you this story, but When I moved from North Carolina to Tennessee, I did look for a teaching job, but I didn't find one. But I was kind of okay with it because I wanted to write this comic book idea that I had, and I was
You
hoping I
told me
could just
about
do
that
this.
comic book idea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Well, the thing was, I got a job that I thought would end right at 5 o'clock in the evening, and I wouldn't have to take any work home with me. It's not like I'd be grading essays. Well, problem was, I never got home at a decent time,
Uh-huh.
and I was so physically exhausted from the job. And then two, when I would go to write the story again, I guess I wanted it to be perfect. And I was about halfway through with it. I was like, this sucks. I hate all of this. I ended up deleting everything. And I felt like such a failure. But see, now I think the difference is just like what you said. It's just do it anyway, fall in love with the process of it. And even if it never gets published, that's okay. I mean, learn to finish something, and I've had to really strategically force myself to just focus on one thing for now, as far as hobbies go. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we still, uh, we still have families we got to take care of and stuff. We have other obligations, our jobs and everything else. But as far as hobbies go, just focus on finishing one task at a time and just see where it goes. And like you said, sometimes beautiful ideas will spawn from just one little paragraph here, and then maybe I can go with that in the future with something else. You just never know. But
Like, and two, like sleep deprivation. I know that sounds bad, but like that's the only time I can get an idea. And you know the nature of the crap I write. Like it literally, it's,
Yeah, I love
it's
it.
like it's like delirious. I mean, that's why. It's
Right.
it's like I'm taking inspiration from a lot of things, but like nobody writes a story that dumb, in their right mind. Like it's but that's like there's creativity in sleep deprivation. It's not the best thing for
I've
you.
heard that. Yeah, I've heard that.
And that's what's his name? Was it Edison? When he'd have those two steel balls that he'd hold in his hand, and when he fell asleep, or as he'd fall asleep, he'd drop them, and then he'd wake up out of the early sleep state. He'd be a
Oh,
little bit
wow.
delirious. He thought it gave him access to or people claim he thought it gave him access to the Akashic records. Whether or not somebody buys into that, whatever, that's their business. But
Oh, that's fascinating. I didn't know that. Wow.
What you say about that first draft? It's the same exact way in audio. Like that's,
Right.
I told you there's things I didn't know, and literally what I didn't know is that your first draft, when you have a perfect studio, a lot of times your first draft can be, especially like you listen to podcasts with music producers, whatever. They're like a lot of times that rough vocal ends up going through and being the final vocal, and I thought, well, it's got to be that way. No, dude. Like any song that I've had, I mean, it's like you hit a point where it's like, not only will it be more efficient for me to go back and re-record this and just start fresh, I don't know if I can get it to a point good enough if I don't go back and re-record it. Because
Right.
something was just inherently wrong with the recording. So that pre-production process is literally, and it may not even be that it was the room you recorded. It may just be like the part does not fit and I need to change the part. You see what
Gotcha.
I'm saying? And yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's the same like overall process. They're just different methodologies. That
Absolutely.
yeah. I get what you're saying there.
And one last thing I'll say too that I've really wrestled with, and I think this was part of why I quit, back in 2014 writing that comic idea, was fear. It was fear that I have fallen in love with the idea of being a writer, but I'm not really a writer. Like that was a fear that I had, and it was hard to get over that for a while. And then I realized, no, I'm just going to write. I write journals. I write music. I am a writer.
Right.
It's just, okay, maybe I haven't got anything published yet, but
Yeah.
that's okay. That's okay. I still love to write. It's something that I've kind of fallen back in love with. Going all the way back to third grade, writing for this little writing fair that we did in school. And I wrote this little space story. And that was right around the time I started reading Goosebumps. And that was my dream ever since I was a kid, was to be a writer. And during that time, when I was a kid, I just liked writing stories because it was fun.
Yeah.
And then somehow, as an adult, I put so much pressure on myself subconsciously to, oh, I gotta make it big. This is my ticket. I need to do this. I need to do this. If I don't do this, I'm a failure. And finally, I had to kind of take all that pressure off and go, just relax, love the process, create your own little world. And whether the rest of the world sees it or not, it doesn't matter if you're happy. So
Yeah.
it took a long time. a long time to realize that.
And that's the thing, like, intentionally, I think it's important in all areas. Like, I'm obviously not a writer, but like with music, it's important that I make music that sounds bad. I'm like, especially with, the stuff that it's going with, it's like, it's, I want it to sound amateurish, but still like it's got a vibe to it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But I definitely want it to sound as if it's like, ragtag bunch of guys that, they're just, I don't even know how, but that matches the personality. Yeah. It's like I want it to feel like there's a lot of joy in it happening, but they're obviously, they've got these illusions of grandeur in their heads,
Well, just to pull back the curtain a little bit, man, that's what I love about this show, man. You can feel that all throughout. I've said it many times. It's the most creative show I've ever heard.
What?
And the music that you pour into the show, I think it's very, very, I know you wish it was more polished in some ways, but I think it sounds incredible just the way it is. But like you said, it kind of fits the tone of the show as well, the humor of the show as well. So
yeah,
I guess what I'm trying to say is like you're nailing it with the goal that you've had. And
awesome. That's the thing. It's probably not a good goal because I've actually got, I think this is recorded 33 followers, but 5 people regularly listen. So thanks for listening, Rob.
I got you, man. I got you.
But like,
hey, it's the same. It's the same thing on Junkies, man. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but that's a cult icon show.
Stop.
But that's just part of it. Like I'm getting to where I can polish this stuff a lot more. Like I understand that, but like I think it's important. Like at first it was like, okay, I really suck at recording. That's okay. Let's make humor around it. And now it's like, I'm no expert by any means, but it's like I'm competent at it if I want to put the time into it. And it's like, but now I still have to find a way to have these flaws, make it to I can now polish it and also put character in it. So now it's really just a matter of writer's block, is
right,
and not being able to lose the quote air quotes ability to sing. But speaking of that, last thing I'll say, as far as the writing, everything, and then we'll sorry, I know time's limited, but we'll get into it. The writing thing, I've been thinking about it for a while, and if you want me to edit this out of the show, I will, because it may never come to fruition. But just putting it out there,
yeah, man.
I've never mentioned it to you. I thought about texting you the other day, but I thought, no, I don't want to bother with it. But whenever you finish writing, whenever you finish doing your adventures, the writing, I've thought about it for a while, and like literally one of the goals I've always had was to be not necessarily a paid writer for plays and whatnot, but just to have a troupe, like and not even necessarily like a full-time troupe or anything, but I mean just literally collaborative writing.
Yes.
What I'm getting at is I would like to bounce ideas off of you. I would like to do like a co-writing thing.
I'd love to do that. Some of the
episodes. And not only co-writing the episodes, but I would also like to co-write some music.
Ooh.
Which is a lengthy process. Don't get me wrong, and it would take a while because I mean there's the mixing involved in it. But I would like to see how that turns out.
Oh, that'd be fun. You would have to really help me with the music, but I because I don't know how to read music or anything like that. So,
no. I just mean like songwriting, like
I'd love that.
Lyrics
yes,
and I mean if you had ideas or whatever, whatever. I mean like I would probably, just because I have the room here and everything, and I have the MIDI controllers and I have the equipment, so I would probably be recording most of the stuff. But I mean like writing lyrics, crap. If you wanted to record background vocals or whatever, I can. We can get a vibe going where it's like a garage rock song or something. I try
Yeah,
to avoid that because like when I mix the guys, the Marcelline's Playgrounds music, because they have that 80s synthesizer video game. They don't know what the crap they're doing. Scott Pilgrim versus the World, kind of amateurishness about them, you know? So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what it is. I want to, good music to me invokes nostalgia for memories that never actually happened.
Yeah,
Like
ooh,
literally,
that's a beautiful way to put it.
that is the best way I can think of good music. Like when I hear a song and it makes me remember memories that never even happened to me.
Mhm.
Like it makes parts of my life happen that never that are just completely imaginary.
Right, that just puts you in that
And
time period.
It makes me miss that though. It's like I feel like I lived it and I missed it. That is good music, and that is like some of those little synthesizers that Ben Tramer does and stuff. Like they have that. Just those little square waves have that ability about them, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
Absolutely.
yeah, I just thought I'd throw that out there. But let's if you want me
dude,
to,
real quick, I was going to say, man,
go ahead.
like, yes, absolutely. I thought about that many times. Like, if it's okay with Landon, I'd love to, because I've been writing some, I have like a loose storyline for like a season, and I put that in air quotes, of the Retro Junkies. But I would love to have some help writing it. And I know Landon's super busy.
Oh gosh, yeah, I would love to. Well, I'm going to be honest with you.
Uh-huh.
Like I meant to mention this, but I forgot because I get so caught up in what other people are saying. It's hard for me to hold a thought if you haven't noticed. But,
Oh, me too.
but I just vomit at the words, you know. But I love recording with Josh Witt. I know we've only done it a couple times,
Mhm.
but I have never gotten to record with Landon. And
Oh, yeah, we got to make that happen.
well, the thing about it is like I'm basically a younger version of Landon. I mean,
I could see that. Yeah.
I'm not as successful as him. I'm definitely not as successful as him. And I mean,
Stop.
but like I'm kind of like miniature. You know what I mean? It's like you've got the real
Yeah.
deal, and then you've got the Timu.
Stop it. Stop it.
But I mean, you saw how it was when we met at his house. I mean, it's like we could have sat and talked about The Simpsons for all night, you know?
Yeah. I know a lot of the same music that he likes, video game music, that always ends up being like your favorite track.
Dude, every time
like,
you do,
you guys are the same.
Every time you do Stan's spooky music, like I can predict the soundtrack he's gonna like the songs. It's like
that's funny.
4 out of the 5. It's like, yep, I knew it. I knew it. The movies he recommends, like he started talking about Guyver that one time. I'm like, yep. Like Chopping Mall. I'm like, yep.
Yep. Still haven't seen it. I got to watch that. But no, I completely agree.
I would love to like get some of that stuff happening. I don't care what show it is. I mean, like that. I don't care if 5 people listen to it. It's the fact that I've made it happen, and like even if it's just that I can listen back, or like some of my kids actually like listening to this stuff. I did not, and like they like the episodes that I think are absolutely terrible. Like I put one out about the Gen Z language, and I thought this show is.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
I felt bad putting it out. I'm like, this is so cringeworthy. It's terrible. And like one of my students messaged me on Teams, and she's like, "Hey, I listened to that show, and that's the best one you've put out." Objectively, she said, objectively speaking, which I'm like, well, it's not really objective. I mean, that's very
the whole
subjective.
world agrees.
But I was like, I thought, thank you. And I didn't even realize, like, I went back and listened. I'm like, I had forgotten about that and that and that and that. And
isn't that kind of a blessing too?
Yeah.
And a surprise, because a lot of times kids will kind of find like a podcast that I do, and they'll be like, "Mr. Lee, were you in a podcast?" And I'm not gonna lie to them. I'm like,
I say, what podcast?
Well, early on I did. I would keep it very kind of like close to the vest, but now I'm like, yeah, I do. I've actually been doing a few of them for a little while, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, you have more?" And then and I'll tell them what it is. I'm like, "Now listen, you knew I was a dork, but this is a whole new level. Are you sure you're ready for this?"
Yeah.
And then they'll listen to it and they'll come back and say, like, "I like that," or "Yeah, I listened to that episode," and that's such a surprise, because I don't know, because they're middle schoolers. You would think that all they're going to do is make fun of you.
Well,
but it usually is not the case.
That's
with
what I thought too, and I'm sure a lot of them do that. They'll listen one time and make fun, but like some of them actually listen fairly regularly, and like they enjoy it for whatever reason.
Yeah, I mean, and you know what the crazy thing is? A lot of them are like and maybe this has been the same for you. A lot of them are like the students you wouldn't expect. that listen to it. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even think you liked me. You want to
Yeah.
listen to the podcast?
Yeah. And here's the thing. I looked at my demographic like for last year, and like
Mhm.
I'm the number one podcast for a few people, but I'm the top 10 for like 20 people. I'm like, you must not listen to a lot.
Wow. No, I think that's amazing.
Because I look at my listens and maybe that's just Spotify though.
I think it is. I think it is because it only shows some stats from Spotify.
But like,
Or,
I look and it's like, I can't even believe it. Like, it doesn't even look like this many people listen when I look at it. And,
Mhm.
but the funny thing is like the demographic that listens to me, none of them are my age. It's always people that are younger than me or older than me.
What about that? Isn't that something?
And it's not even targeted at people. I mean, the demographic is targeted at people that are somewhere between your and my age, because the references are all like movies.
Yeah.
From or popular YouTube videos from when YouTube was just a babe, and it's like, but younger kids listen to it, and people that are about 10 years older than me listen to it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other question I get is always, hey, I found your podcast. When's that Luther guy going to be on it again? I'm dead serious. And I'm like,
when's that dork going to be on?
I'm kind of like, wow, thanks. I mean, I guess as soon as I can get them on, but I mean, like, I've had them on like 1-2 episodes now. They're like, yeah, those are the best. And I'm like,
no,
what about the other 50 I've put out? What about the other 50?
Exactly.
Like,
with all the great skits.
Nah, just put him on. Just put.
Don't get out of here. Get out of here. I don't know. No way. Dude, a lot of times and this sounds so self-deprecating and sounds like I'm making this up, but dude, I still cringe, especially when I'm a guest on somebody else's show and I don't have the creative control to cut 90% of what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I can't stand listening to myself. Like,
yeah, I say so much.
Oh, me too.
So much. Yes.
Me too. And the funny thing is, I don't notice you saying it.
Boy, I do.
But that's how we are, right? We'll notice our own kind of imperfections and idiosyncrasies, but we don't notice anybody else's as much.
I've gotten better with that too. Like imposter syndrome. Well, it's kind of hard to have imposter syndrome when you only got 33 listeners. Because imposter syndrome implies that you are more successful than you know what I mean? But like,
I get it.
Like I've really kind of gotten over that because I go to school and I play that character.
Yeah.
Like I play right into, yes, I'm an imposter. Boy, it's hard. 55 hits you hard, folks. I wish I wasn't so ugly. I woke up this morning and broke 3 mirrors. That's going to be my day's pay. You guys don't know how easy you have it. I wish,
Yes.
I mean, it's...
Stuck my head out the window the other day and got arrested for mooning,
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, I feel you there. And it's so funny because the Retro Junkies, Turtles Forever, they're all the same way. Like we never... There was never an explosion of downloads or anything like that. So, but at the same time, it's been really cool just to do it. It's been a lot of fun.
And here's the thing. You and I are both the same in that we are creators. We're not marketers. Literally, literally.
I agree.
And I'm saying this. I know my show is not the greatest show, but there are a lot of shows that, I mean, I'm not saying they're bad. I'm not saying...
No, I understand what you're saying.
They're great. They're doing what they want to do, and they enjoy doing it, and they're putting out content for people to enjoy. Mm-hmm. But I mean, there are shows that like they're not like the Joe Rogan Experience, but they're very successful because they know how to market. They have people marketing for them. Superhuman Radio, it was on a different business model. It was not on any streaming platform. It had its own website, and it would somehow, it took 15 years, but he would get 5,000 downloads in a month. But like even like his views on YouTube, he'd have like 10, 20 views. But like he was able to make a living out of that because the followers that he had, they didn't view him on YouTube. They went straight to the site to download.
Wow.
And sometimes he would have 80,000 views. But like the people that listened to him were so invested in their health and educated that like they would patronize the sponsors because they kept the show running, and they knew that Carl was going to bring on sponsors for the most part that he used himself.
Right.
So it was more of an integrity-based platform. But yeah, sorry, I'm going down a rabbit hole I don't need to go down.
No, but
Yeah.
I get your point for sure. You know, it's like,
Anybody that wants to market us, can't say there'll be any pay,
we
but
can
you'll
pay
be
you
part
in
of it.
lollipops.
You'll be part of a team, and as soon
Yeah.
as the pay starts rolling in legally, we'll give you some pay.
Butterscotch ripple.
No, look, I'll give you cash. I don't care. It's just got to be legal.
Absolutely, man.
But yeah, so I guess last bit of business, and I'll make this real quick. Times keep getting in the midst of everything. You know, there's a lot of division everywhere. I'm not going down the whole. You know what road I'm talking about. I'm not going down that. I don't like even whatever. But there are some cool things happening in this day and age. I mean, they just discovered some things under the pyramid using tomography, which I talked to my kids today about tomography, at least from earthquakes. This was using some kind of radar, sky radar. I don't know. I don't even know if it's valid or not. They found some really big pillars underneath I think the pyramids of Giza or something. And they think there's like some huge chambers under there. If you listen to, what's his name, that forbidden knowledge guy, Billy Carson, he thinks it's because the pyramids are like charging stations and prehistoric, or not prehistoric, but computers. And I mean, whatever. We're not getting into all that. But like, interesting stuff going on. But like, as pertains to this show, the stuff I talk about, it's like it keeps getting better. We've got, I think, 2 confirmed seasons of the regular show coming out, the Lost Tapes, which is not going to be not going to be sequels. Those are going to be like, you know, as implied, the Lost Tapes. Rob, you probably don't know what that's about yet, but by the end of the series, you'll know what is implied by the Lost Tapes. And oh man, being you don't know that, I can't discuss what I think might happen to continue the show. I don't think they'll continue the show, but there is a possible way that they could do it. I kind of split on whether I want them to or not because the ending of regular show is so good. But also, King of the Hill is supposed to come out this year. And Bobby's the fusion chef. And, you know, I've got high hopes. I mean, obviously, you've got some deaths in the cast and everything. But then also the other day, I think I texted you, Square has been teasing multiple Chrono projects, Chrono Trigger. And I saw some footage, and I don't know if it's from a Chrono Trigger remake that they made or if it's like a fan make. But like the footage I saw was really cool. It's like the backgrounds of the trees were like, it looked like the canvas popped out at you more to where it was like more there was more depth to the screen.
Oh, nice. But still kind of the 8-bit style?
Yeah,
or, excuse me, 16-bit?
Yeah, it's polished up, but yes, absolutely. I mean, it's the same type of art style. It's polished up. There might be sprites might have more bits or whatever, but like there's just more depth in the layers. And
that's exciting.
It looks like a fan-based project, but if it wouldn't surprise me, maybe a Square put out something like that. But like, I'm kind of hoping. I mean, I know Chrono Cross is a sequel. I would like a sequel that directly involves Chrono and the gang and all that. Of course, but once again, it's like the ending was so, you know, the endings, you know, they were kind of so great. It's like, kind of like the regular show. It's kind of like you don't want them to ruin a good thing. But yeah.
Right. Yeah. You know, I actually didn't play Chrono Trigger till much later. But
I'm the same way.
Yeah. Oh, sure enough. Yeah. Yeah. Because I missed it during the Super Nintendo days. But I remember when I got my PlayStation, I think I borrowed it from a friend or something like that. And I just fell in love with the game.
Loading screens and all, huh?
What's that?
Loading screens and all, right?
Yeah, oh, yes,
on the anthology,
absolutely.
yeah, they had, yes, the loading screens were brutal, yeah.
Yeah, the PlayStation one had the cutscenes too, the anime cutscenes, didn't it?
Yeah, now those were cool. Those were very cool.
Absolutely.
Where Frog opens up the mountainside with the Masamune or whatever, and the lightning bolt strikes, that was cool. I was like, oh, man.
And that triumphant theme song of his, man, if that doesn't fire you up, nothing will.
Yeah, the music for that game is... man, I've been thinking about video. I'm sorry, I can't go down the video. I will be here all night.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about that, though. Like, some of the stuff I'm writing right now is... One song I'm mixing right now, an instrumental, is highly influenced by... Well, I should say highly. It's pretty influenced by Donkey Kong music, though.
Ooh.
But, like, there's so many underrated, like, soundtracks on the Super Nintendo that are just...
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, obviously the Final Fantasies, but Chrono Trigger, I mean, it's I would say it's fairly rated. I mean, you know, Super Team soundtrack, but also, I mean, the Donkey Kongs. I mean, there's just so many good.
Oh, the Donkey Kong Country soundtrack is incredible.
It's literally just the textures of Donkey Kong that make it so cool. I mean, it's like not even the melodies are great, but it's just like the way that they're smeared together to make like just this ambient feeling, you know?
And you know what? It's one of those ones. We got our Super Nintendo in like '95 or '96, and the first game we played on it was Donkey Kong Country. And I remember during that whole winter break, we were trying to beat that game, my sister and I.
Yeah.
And when I hear that soundtrack, I instantly can go right back to that time. And I can
Absolutely.
pretty much name off every day that we were on that one particular break, what we were doing. And as a matter of fact, my son and we played it for the first time together on the Switch probably about a year ago. And when I heard that soundtrack, I mean, it just took me right back to that moment in time. And it's like there's only certain soundtracks from video games that do that. And that's one of them.
Well, I mean, I'll discover gems every once in a while, but I mean, Donkey Kong's definitely one. Like, look, I suck at Donkey Kong.
Oh, I'm terrible at it.
I mean, I never beat it. And part 3, forget about it.
Me neither.
I'm too impatient. But like, I had 2 and 3, and I rented 1. I was kind of too young to be good. You know, I think everybody saw like you're not good enough at Donkey Kong. We're going to go. You just be frustrated. But like looking back now, I played video games for the music. I want to say it was as a kid I was shallow and it was for the graphics. As you know, as I got in 8th grade, I was like, oh man, the story's great. But literally, the one constant through the whole thing was I loved the music. From the first time I played a game until the rare occasions that I'll play one now 3 years ago. But it's like those soundtracks are just I can remember days literally when I would come home from school and I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to, like for an RPG, I'm going to be grinding this, you know how nerds are, losers. They're going to be grinding, putting in the levels, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Getting some reps. And literally I just sit there on the pause menu, or like Final Fantasy VII, I just listen to I'd go to a location because I like the location's music and I would just sit there and listen to it.
I'm so glad I'm not the only one. That is so funny.
And I would just lay there and listen, and it's like, it'd be like that for Ninja Turtles games, Tournament Fighters, Chrono Trigger. When I played that on emulator, like I would just literally sit there and just, I wouldn't, I would be surfing the internet or something. I wouldn't be playing the game. I'd just be listening.
Well, speaking of Chrono Trigger, like, dude, how about that game over theme? That somber music as the, when you die, it goes, dun, dun, dun. Yeah. Oh, I think that's so beautiful. But like, I would look forward to getting a game over just to hear that. I'd let that kind of loop through a few times.
And here's the crazy thing about that soundtrack: there's a theme, like a motif that plays through several of the tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Sky Palace track, which is one of the more popular ones with the like the sitar, the synth that sounds like a sitar or whatever. That is like the same motif as the entrance music. It's just arranged, it's arranged different. And that's so cool because it's such like a cinematic experience. And hardly any of those tracks are up tempo. There's so many slow ones, and it's like, it's literally like listening to those songs is like more of the same, but it's like more of the same in the best way possible.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
Secret of Mana, another underrated
That's another good one.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I thought I would love the gameplay of that because I played it when I was a kid. No, going back when I was like in high school, I paid like $60 for just a cartridge, not the box, nothing, just to replay that game. And when I got it, I was like, oh wait, it's the music that I loved. I was like, I don't like leveling all this. This volcano boss is way too hard.
No, I get it though. But $60 for Secret of Mana back in the day, like.
Yeah,
it still holds its.
Yeah, you can still, but you can just for being able to play it. I mean,
yeah. Now you can emulate, but like back then, man, that was. And to this day, like I remember Final Fantasy III, Secret of Mana, Chrono Trigger. They were all roughly at Funkoland. They were all roughly around the same price, $40 to $50.
Those are probably the 3 big hitters too. Well,
they were
Earthbound. I mean, it's kind of the.
Which I never played that one growing up.
It's the oddball, but like if you like quirky stuff, like I do, like I didn't understand like the brilliance of it when I played it. Like I just thought, well, this looks like the same people that made Pokemon, and I think a lot of I think HAL Laboratories may have been involved in it, but like this is just like Pokemon with people with yo-yos and stuff, but like all of the puns and all of like the humor in there, like I didn't get it and like going back and looking, I'm like, man. that game is like an experience. It's not just a game. And it's on the Super Nintendo. And so those four were probably the big
Well, let me
ones.
ask you this quick side note about music. Have you ever had a game where you did not like the gameplay at all, but you loved the soundtrack?
There's been a lot of them.
Trying to think of one off the top of my head.
Actually, probably more games than not. I mean, quite frankly, less so with newer games. Newer games, it's like objectively speaking, the gameplay. It's like, oh, well, we're this is the butt kicker 4000 or something. It's like, well, but like the music is just like always so over the top cinematic, and it gets lost in the gameplay.
Sure.
Whereas back then, a lot of those games, it's like the gameplay is like, I suck at this, therefore I don't care for it as much. But the music is awesome. Castlevania is a prime example. I'm not saying Castlevania gameplay is bad. It's just I was terrible at Castlevania. But the music, the music is fantastic.
And just about every one of them, man. I completely agree.
Yeah. I mean, most of those Super Nintendo games, a lot of the Sega games. I mean, let's see. A lot of both of the beat 'em up Spider-Man games, Separation Anxiety and Maximum Carnage.
Yes.
Now, I think we talked about this before, but Separation Anxiety, you preferred the Sega version. Now, I didn't realize it. I said I preferred the Super Nintendo version. You said, talking about the music. Literally, I went back and listened to the music on Separation Anxiety. The gameplay music is terrible. I mean, I should say terrible, but it's not as good as the Sega version. But that intro music, this was when Bill Goldberg was big in WCW. And that intro music always, when I was a kid, it reminded me of Goldberg's entrance. And then it kicks off into like this house dance music. And I'm like, that's the first time I'd heard anything. You hear that lady, and all that crap. I was just like dancing as a kid to this intro screen,
Like, oh man, this is so edgy.
Yeah, well, I was like, oh my gosh, this is like the music of the future. But yeah,
well, I finally, you jarred my memory loose here. So, and I think we even might have talked about this on Spidey Saturdays, like on the first episode. But there was a game that I loved the intro music, and then I played the game. I'm like, this either I was terrible at it or the gameplay was awful.
Yeah.
Might have been a little bit of both, but it's the Spider-Man and X-Men Arcade's Revenge.
Yeah. You talked about that on it was Retro Junkies.
Oh, okay. Do you remember that intro song with that killer faux electric guitar sound? It sounds like a lead, and it kind of builds up at the very beginning, as soon as you got the game on.
I don't, but when you mentioned that game, I went back and looked at that. So I did hear it. I can't recall it off the top of my head though.
It's like it sounds like a beautiful guitar solo that just cranks into a rock song, right? So you're instantly fired up, and then you start the game off as Spider-Man, and
you get your butt handed to you.
Yeah, like within the first level, I'm like, I can't do this. I hate this game.
What Angry Video Game Nerds videos are made of.
Right.
How do you dodge that? And it's 3 seconds into it.
So, yeah, and that's one that I would just play. I would just cut the game off and then cut it back on and just listen to that intro over and over again. And yet the game itself, I never even got close to beating.
Yeah. Most of the Marvel games are like that. But
yeah, they are. They're brutally hard.
Speaking of brutally hard, it's brutally hard to get through an episode when I just keep rambling on.
Oh, me too.
Full transparency, folks, we've been talking for an hour and 35 minutes now.
Yeah.
And probably half of it, maybe 45 minutes of it's been recorded. So,
yeah.
Rob, like I keep saying, I want to be respectful of your time. I know I'm not being, but okay, so we're going to get through this.
I've enjoyed this. Stop it. This has been great.
I have too. Don't get me wrong. I'm just selfish. We're going to get through this in a fairly transparent manner. Folks, Eggsellent. I'm just going to get this right out there. In my opinion, I'm going to ask Rob's here in a second. And Rob, I just want you to be fully candid. Mm-hmm. Whether you like this episode or not, it doesn't matter. I just want you to be fully candid because that's how I am with the Spider-Man comics. In my opinion, this episode is a top 10 episode of regular show. It is jam-packed. The pacing is near perfect on it. And it hits almost all the things on the checklist for me. That almost checks all the boxes and in a good way. So what we're going to do, I don't have any notes written. I have the wiki pulled up. I'm going to give you the intro, all the datas and the statistical points and all that crap. But Rob, if you have notes, feel
Mhm.
free to use them. We'll just briefly summarize the story and talk about things that stuck out to us. We're not going to be able to cover everything, but folks, that's kind of intentional. I told Rob because I don't want to give you a reason to, not that I'm very thorough in anything, but I don't want to give you a reason to not go back and watch this episode. This is an episode. There are things that I want you to see, to discover on your own, because I don't want to take away any of the magic of this episode. In fact, if you're listening to this episode, this is one episode where I would encourage you to go back and watch the regular show episode before listening to this. Normally, I'm like, yeah, I'll listen to this episode first because I want you guys to listen to the show. But like, this is one, do yourself a favor and go watch this episode and just listen to us cackle about it. I would love to just pull it up and watch it, but like, that's going to be a whole lot of editing out background noise and probably not a good format. We tried that with Turtle Vision, and those episodes are a blast to record.
Yes.
But I'm sure you probably feel self-conscious when it's just us sitting there going, isn't that great? Splinter Salty,
Right. Yeah, that is so true. That is so true. That's why,
those episodes are great to record. I mean, they're absolutely fun to record. And I think a lot of people like them. But it makes you feel self-conscious when you're editing,
A little bit.
Yeah. But
yeah, man. So to answer your question, I thought this episode was great. Now I'd like to go back and watch it again because, like, now that I hear you talk about it, I'm like, man, maybe there was some stuff I missed here because I thought it was good, but I didn't know if it was as good as the Halloween episode that we did, the two-parter.
That's another good one.
Yes,
I think
that one is probably my favorite.
That's either Scully or Nick Baxter's favorite episode, they told me. One or the other. I think it's Nick Baxter told me that. I wouldn't be surprised if this is some people's favorite episode. This is the only episode, I think, to win, an Emmy, something like that.
Oh, wow.
So the story behind this, Rob, is they had a bunch of separate ideas. They had J.G. Quintel and the crew had an idea for this episode a good while before they made it. But they kept putting it off because they knew it could be better and better and better. And when they felt that they could do it justice, they put it out, and it actually won whatever the award is, Emmy, Primetime Creative Arts Emmy Award. That's what it is.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, it won the award for Outstanding Short Format Animated Program at the 64th award show there. So there are a few. It mentions it in the wiki. I'll go back. I'll probably mention them during the show, but I'll go back to make sure at the end. There's a few like world building elements here, though, and there's a lot of pop culture references and whatnot. But there's just a lot going on in this episode. So, anything you want to say before we dive in?
No, man, that sounds good. Let's get to it.
All right. So, Eggsellent. It's the 7th episode of season 3. 57th episode overall. So that means I've recorded close to 60 episodes now. Wow. We're going to say number 60. Congratulations, Rob. You're on the 60th episode. The only guest I've had, I've had one other guy want to email me, want to come on for as a guest, and I didn't see his email till like 3 months later, and I tried emailing him back, and he hasn't responded yet as of this recording.
That jerk ignored me.
Yeah, exactly. But literally, dude, if you're still listening, I'm sorry. I forgot all about that email because all I ever got was junk mail on it, and phishing scam emails. But anyway, this episode first aired February 27th, 2012. Now I'll go ahead and tell you I screwed up, guys. I didn't look up the Adventure Time episode airing against this. I'm going to go out on a limb though, and willing to bet whatever pay I get for this show, zero, that this episode was better than the Adventure Time episode. There's if just cramming something into 12 minutes, it's going to be hard for Adventure Time to beat this episode. Now, there are episodes in Adventure Time that could do this just because they build up the story and things catch you off guard. And it's just like, there are some excellent examples of storytelling.
Excellent.
Yes. The Adventure Time is excellent on storytelling at times. I mean, and the humor fits right in, but this is just like, this is kind of like, you're putting out one of your 5 stars. To go to if Adventure Time wasn't really packing the heat that week, then sorry. I mean, it's getting overshadowed. So this had 2.32 million viewers. Came out September 24th, 2012 in the UK. TVPG, directed by Mike Roth, written and boarded by J.G. Quintel. He did it all himself.
Wow.
So the man himself. Previous episode, Butt Dial. I haven't covered that one yet. It's all right. Gut Model. Going to be quite frank with you guys next week. Gut Model. It's definitely not as good as Eggsellent. It's okay. It's an okay episode. I'm going to enjoy recording it, reviewing it, but don't expect it to be as good as Eggsellent. But we'll have a good time. The episode after that actually picks back up. I think it's The Wizard. It's a spoof of the Wizard movie in the 80s. I think that's what it is.
Oh,
So the synopsis of this episode: Mordecai must win a trucker's hat in an eating challenge at a restaurant involving a massive omelet for Rigby after the latter falls into a coma trying to do so due to his egg allergies. I tried to get ChatGPT. Like, I got on their phone around seeing what it could do. I said, "Can you write me a summary of talking points about this episode?" And it kept spitting me out something about Mordecai and Rigby hunting for a golden egg. And I kept telling him, like, "You are full of crap. That doesn't happen in any of the regular show episodes. Don't you?" I started Chris Jericho on it ever. Don't you ever.
I know. I did that a couple times with some Spider-Man reviews. I'm like, okay, I want to see if this actually knows what happened in this particular issue. I'm like, that didn't happen.
I eventually got it to spit something sort of out. I had to reference a few things in the prompt, but whatever. Featured voices. Let's see. Pull this up here. Mordecai and Trucker number 2. Got more. J.C. Quintel, Rigby Trucker number 1, and Kid is William Salyers. Benson Muscle Man is obviously Sam Marin, Skips, and Manetti. I keep forgetting about Manetti. Mark Hamill. Yeah.
Who was Manetti in the thing? I can't remember.
Manetti is a recurring character. He's at the main beginning.
Oh, okay.
Try to get out of this.
Oh, the cop show.
Yeah. Manetti actually comes back, I believe. He gets a partner. And they have an ongoing movie series, and Rigby watches the marathon. If I'm not mistaken, it's I think it's the same character.
I love Mordecai when he goes, "Hey, bus full of grade school kids, learn this."
Hey, bus full of grade school. And notice they don't show that one. We'll get to that in just a second, folks, because it starts off. It's the ground running. But Easton manager and not Jeff Glenn Bennett, and commercial paramedic and doctor is obviously our 6th Ranger, Roger Craig Smith. He's even though he's a gun for hire, he's basically part of the show. I mean, like, he is literally, he's just the guy that hangs back at the studio and doesn't go on tour with them, but he's always there for all the recordings. That's a music thing there. But okay, so I guess let's just go ahead and get it. So I'm going to just read through this and see what I can remember. So do you want to start off, or do you want me to start off?
You go ahead, man. I'll follow your lead.
Okay, so the show starts off, and Mordecai and Rigby are. I can't tell you if there's birds chirp or not, because I don't have the episode pulled up watching it, guys. But I'm assuming probably so. But the episode starts. The plot begins as Mordecai and Rigby are watching an action TV show in which the actor flips the car. It's Manetti. He's in a car, and I can't remember the line. I mean, literally, even if I could, it wouldn't do it justice. So this is what I'm saying, guys. Go watch this episode. I would just ruin the joke. But he's got this voice. He's like, the guy's like, "How are you going to get out of this, Manetti?" And he's like, "Try to get out of this," And then they're driving a car down the freeway, and he just cuts the wheel to like 3 o'clock or 9 o'clock, and just flips the car. And they're like, "Oh yeah," and Mordecai's like, Rigby's like, "Hey, he flips." He's like, "He flipped the car." Mordecai's like, "He flips the car in every episode." And then he goes, "Hey, bus full of grade schoolers, learn this."
Learn this.
And he goes, and they don't show that. They just show Mordecai and Rigby on the couch, Keenan and Kel style, pretending like they're driving down. And then just then, Benson walks in, and like this show, like, it doesn't waste any time. Like, it goes. It's so dense, but it just goes straight through. So like, literally, right then Benson comes in. He's like, "Get back to work," basically. He need to get back to work, and but then Mordecai's like, okay, and but then Rigby's like, "Wait," and this commercial comes on the TV, and I gotta say this episode is very 80s inspired.
Yes, definitely.
Most of my favorite regular show episodes, outside of the Halloween ones, are inspired by either the 80s or early 90s anime. But the regular show does 80s, I think, like no other cartoon does it. But this commercial, I don't know if it's 80s or what, but it's like this egg rotating. And I can't remember the dialogue, but it's like, several have tried to slay the dragon, but none, something like that. And then literally there's like this trucker The egg like transforms into a trucker, and he's like spinning around with his head crouched. You know, like it's some. I don't know how to explain. It's like it looks like something off an anime though, except for his butt cracks showing. But he's spinning around, and then it morphs into like another trucker, and it's like, come on down to the excellent challenge. It's like 12 eggs, chili, cheese, fruit, 2 biscuits, and a fruit bowl, glass of water. You know, can you be the next to slay the dragon? You know.
I love it. It's like, and a fruit bowl, kaboom!
Yeah. And like, I never got this. This always kind of ticks me off when I watch this, but I think the joke in it is that it's really not that hard of an eating challenge. Because
It doesn't sound like it is.
there were so many times I'm like, wait, are they joking? It's just 12 eggs. Like, it's like I eat more than that for lunch, you know? Like this is back when I would, you know, like I could eat a lot when I was really, really into bodybuilding. And I mean, I ate a lot, dude. I would, I'm not kidding, folks. I'm not exaggerating. I would eat over 20 pounds of food in a day. A lot of it would be vegetables, but I mean, I would eat a lot. And you're like, oh, bull crap, hyperbole. No, I'm serious. I mean, when you're eating 6 bags of 2-pound bags of frozen broccoli or cauliflower, but you know, I mean, it's like, and then you're like, well, the fat content in the eggs is like, no, I've done that before. I've literally, and I'm kind of ashamed to say it because it's like, how wasteful are you? You know, like, but like at the time, I was eating it all. I wasn't throwing it, you know, but like,
Yeah, you're eating it.
now I don't even eat eggs, but, and it has nothing to do with the gas price, or not gas price, but the egg price. It's literally, I just haven't eaten an egg in like 2 years, just for whatever reason. But like,
Well, you didn't want to show Mordecai and Rigby up, you know.
well, yeah, but I mean, like, I think I could do that no problem. I mean, what do you think?
Oh, yeah,
Rob?
that doesn't sound bad at all.
Yeah. So, like, I think just watching it, like, today when I got up, there was a couple thoughts I had about this, thinking about what I was going to say during this show. And I got to thinking, it kind of clicked on me as I was getting ready for school. I was like, oh, wait, that is a joke in itself. Like, I would say that, I'm like, that challenge is a joke. But no, literally, it's a joke. It's not a hard challenge. But, like, they make it out to be like it's, you know, the
I don't know. It's
craziest
fruit bowl,
thing.
too.
Yeah. Fruit bowl. But like,
Yeah.
all the characters act like, are you crazy? You know, you can't do that. And but yeah, so do you want to take it? I mean, the commercial, once again, I can't do any of these jokes justice, people. But like, I can tell you
Oh,
that
it's
I
good.
enjoyed it.
Yes, it was hilarious. Yeah. I'll go ahead and so Rigby, he gets the idea. He's got to have this hat, right? That's the main appeal of this whole thing. And of course, Mordecai is skeptical about the whole thing. And by the way, I love the billboard of the place that you just had this random knight stabbing an egg with a lance since 1989.
Yeah.
They build up to, Rigby, he's hyping himself up. He's really trying his best to eat these eggs. And then we get a quick cut of him in the ambulance speeding away.
Yeah. He has this big bickering match with the waiter. He's like, what's that sign say? And he's like, the customer is always right. And he makes him read it like 3 times. And he's like, bring me the omelet. And then it just quick cuts.
Yeah, so he knew all along he was allergic. He'd always been allergic to eggs.
You're allergic to eggs?
So yeah, he wasn't even close to winning the hat. But in Rigby fashion, he begs, or I don't know if I think he did ask or something, or maybe Mordecai just pledges to Rigby in his coma that he's going to win the hat for him.
It's a very 80s trope. I mean, it's like you think he's dying. He's like, promise me you'll get the hat for me. He doesn't say win, he says get, promise me you'll get the hat. And Mordecai's like, what? Are you crazy? He's like, promise me.
But you know what this reminds me of so much is Rocky 2.
Yeah.
When Adrian's in the hospital and she's like, do me something, Rock, win. And that's what finally inspires Rocky.
It is, though. It's like every 80s movie, it's like there's always something like that. You gotta, promise me you'll do what it takes. I mean, it really is, But
Absolutely. So I'll turn it back over to you, man.
Oh, no, I keep cutting you off. I'm sorry. You keep going. I'm sorry.
No. Let's see. I'll pull up some. I took a few notes, but I don't want to spoil much.
Well, while you're looking at them, you keep going with the story, but like a couple things I forgot to mention about the hat, like it, just production wise, I keep mentioning in the shows, folks, the Eggsellent precursor hat, which is a red and white cap. This is literally that, except it's blue and white. And it says, I'm excellent on the front of it. And it's like, this hat to show everybody you're excellent. And he makes such a big deal. He's like, truckers wear it. It's got net fabric in the back for optimal airflow. And they make it up to be like it's some awesome hat, you know.
Or kind of like, I don't think those hats were in style anymore.
Yeah. And this hat goes in, I mean, it's like as iconic of a world building object as the Power is in this show. Maybe not as much, but like literally it makes a return. Not only as like an Easter egg, but like it's utilized. So
that was good. That's good. And you used the Easter egg there. That was pretty good.
It's Easter excellent. He said it.
You must be yoking. So you know, poor Rigby's in his coma. So the whole plot is that Mordecai he's going to do it the honest way. Actually, I think, if I remember correct, he goes up to the server first and goes, "Hey,
real honest."
Yeah, he's like, "Can I just buy this hat off of you?" And the guy's like, "No, you can't do it." And so Mordecai has to actually win at the old school way or the honest way by actually trying to eat the eggs. Let's see. So he does try and he fails miserably, and he has to apologize to the unconscious Rigby. And that's kind of where I wrote down, this really feels like Rocky 2. So Benson, there was another thing too. So Benson, I think Mordecai and Benson got in a fight, and I can't remember why.
Another 80s fight, that happens. Look, this is a contested thing on like Facebook groups. They're like, do you think Benson was right or wrong? And stupid me gets on there and ticks everybody off. Both sides, you know how I am, dude. But I'm like, I guess it depends on the definition of right. He objectively, he is right. If Rigby had been doing his job, he wouldn't eat them freaking eggs, you know?
That's a good point.
But like he says, I hope you're happy or something. He is kind of a jerk, but like, he's right. I mean, if you'd been doing your job like I told you, this wouldn't have happened. He's like, and Mordecai's like, this has nothing to do with work. He just wanted a hat. It's so 80s. I mean, it's very 80s. And I literally just dropped my sound booth all over this setup.
Oh, no, bless your heart.
Yeah, can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you fine.
All right, I'm going to hold this up and let's keep it rolling as long as we can.
So we're not going to do the Simpsons thing where it shows like the drunk cameraman the screen.
I mean, the entire thing has collapsed.
Bless your heart.
Let's
so
keep
sorry.
Going. Let's keep going.
Okay.
If you can hear me, let's keep going. I mean,
I can hear you loud and clear, my friend.
Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. Okay, awesome. I think I can make it. So, jeez,
poor guy.
He, it's very 80s though, and Mordecai ends up punching Benson in the face, and he's like, well, your friend this, and he's like, oh yeah, real rich, taking advice from Benson about friends, like he got some, and he's like, I have friends, and
I kind of felt bad for Benson here. This was a good dig.
I mean, at the same time, it's very like digging in at these 80s tropes, but it's also building up a story in a way that you don't realize. Like there's a lot of different threads going on in this story. Like even the way that the waiter, he's constantly like, sir, I have to recommend that you don't eat the omelet challenge, the Eggsellent challenge, It's just a promotional item. Sir, I highly have to recommend you don't eat it. Like that comes into play later on, but you think he's just like, you think it's because Rigby goes into a coma, but it's not, So like there's this big mythos that's being built up. So, yeah. I mean, I'll tell you what, you go ahead and keep going. I'm going to mute my mic and put this thing back up.
Okay, no problem. I got you.
And if you need me, I got my headphones on, so holler.
All right, man. Sounds good. So Mordecai, he after the big old fight with Benson, and like I said, there was some emotion behind it. Both sides, I could totally understand. Skips, he has a plan. He once knew a guy named Jonathan Kimball, so that immediately made me think of Detective John Kimball from is that Kindergarten Cop? I think it was, who mysteriously disappeared but left behind the Eggsellent journal. So Mordecai now has the knowledge, and it's time to execute the plan. That was a pun I wrote there. So we get our montage here where I Need a Hero plays, and Pops, he's happily hopping around, as I guess Mordecai's training. Skips, he's cracking dozens of eggs, to help with the training process. And Benson, who does apologize a little earlier, he's running a stopwatch like a coach at the Olympics. And Mordecai, he's bench pressing with perfect form, might I add. But then it's hilarious because shortly after that, he vomits all over Muscle Man, who ends up running away crying. But he trains like a true champion. He's breaking the biscuits in the water. He's running while eating a fruit bowl. It's true dedication right there. So and by the way, this whole montage was really hilarious. And I've noticed that with every episode that we've reviewed, there's usually a montage in there somewhere. I remember that with Footloose from the karaoke night episode, which was great. It was one of my favorite scenes in that episode, and this was one of my favorite scenes in this one. So finally, after the training's done, hey, the song's over, so that means he's ready to go now. It's time. So
yeah, I got to say, I thought that montage was great.
Wasn't it great? Wasn't it great? Poor Muscle Man.
Yeah, and I just made things worse.
Did you? Poor guy. I'm so sorry.
Oh my gosh, it just fell again.
No, I can't hear it.
We are going to get through this, okay? It just hit me in the head.
Oh, bless your heart.
Simon, come get me.
You're like Millhouse getting hurt here. Or no, Hans Moleman.
Dude, I wish I could send a picture to everybody. This is crazy. Okay. But yeah, I got to say, Bonnie Tyler, that was like the perfect song for...
Rigby needed a hero.
I need a hero right now. Folks, I'm sorry. If you hear a lot of echo in this portion of the podcast, I'm sorry. But it is what it is.
So Mordecai, after the training session and everything, and it's just about showtime, Mordecai actually swallows his pride and apologizes to Benson. And I like this line. He says, even though you're a jerk most of the time, you're still a good friend. And Benson gives him the thumbs up, like, get in there, kid. He says, get in there and win that stupid hat for Rigby, which I like that scene. So the music shifts and something's not quite right. Suddenly there's an entire restaurant staff surrounding them. And we know something shady's about to happen here. And that's when we get like this kind of like Lord of the Rings style battle where, the whole gang, Benson, Muscle Man, Skips, they're all fighting all these waiters off. And they're basically trying to protect Mordecai as he's eating these eggs. Because the waiters are actually trying to stop him from eating for some reason, which we find out a little bit later on.
That fight scene was... Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, my phantom power got turned off because something fell on my interface. But that fight scene was great, though. Like, did you notice any of the stuff they threw in there? Did it remind you of anything?
I love that. Well, I love the scene where Skips dumps the spaghetti down a guy's shirt and punches it.
I don't know, but what I got reminded of immediately was Double Dragon, where Muscle Man is like kneeing the guy in the face.
Oh, that'd have been cool. Yeah, or maybe some Streets of Rage style.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Yeah, but like that
throws him over his head.
Yeah,
he goes even a high five Ghost gets a punch in. So good for him.
Good stuff.
Yeah. So amidst the chaos, Mordecai finishes the omelet. And I'll leave it there with you, man.
Well, yeah, the waiter comes up, or he crawls up to the table and he looks over and he goes, "We were only trying to help." And Mordecai goes, "What?" And then he vanishes. And he ends up in this room, and it's a Indiana Jones Last Crusade. It's a reference to that. It's the Holy Grail reference. And he's looking around, and there's all these different excellent hats, but they're all like clad in gold, and they're like different shapes. Like one is like the hat with they're soda cans in this universe, but the two beer cans on the side, and one of them's like a coonskin hat, and one of them, just all these different, something you'd see somebody wear up in Minnesota, and a hard hat, and it's like they look nothing like the cap. But Mordecai's like, "What is all this stuff?" And then you see this knot. He's like, "Ugh," right behind him. Mordecai goes, "Wah!" And he is just a reference to the knot off of the Guardian of the Holy Grail or whatever on Indiana Jones. And he's like, choose the excellent cap wisely or something, or you will die, or something, something like that. And Mordecai's like, "What?" And then he points over and he goes, "Jonathan Kimball," and there's this skeleton there, and it's got a crown on that says "You're excellent." So I guess that implies he chose wrong, and it killed him.
He chose wrong.
But yeah, that's the whole thing. The whole mythos of Jonathan Kimball, Skips is like, he just kept saying, "I've figured it out. The whole like forbidden technique of eating the omelet. Like, I love that they act like the omelet challenge had been around for years, you know, but they had just now figured it out because this guy had been practicing it for, you know, it's like implied that Kimball had been practicing for forever. And they're like, did you ever find him? Nobody followed him because nobody believed him because he'd been wrong so many times. But he's there and he's like, okay, oh gosh, what was it? And he hears I think he hears Rigby talk about it. It had this airflow net, you know, whatever. And then he sees it's literally the only hat that's not clad in gold.
Exactly. That was my favorite part. It's like, it's so obvious that's the correct hat.
He's like, this looks like a trucker's hat. And he puts it on. And the knight goes, congratulations.
Oh,
He goes,
he's like surprised.
yeah, he goes, you are excellent. And then Mordecai disappears. And probably my favorite part is literally where out and he disappears. The knight turns around, walks up to a closet, opens it up, and it's just full of excellent caps. So he goes and he just replaces it. It's like, the stupid cap's not one of a kind, you know? But yeah, so literally they don't waste any time after that. Like it cuts back to them in the hospital and they don't say anything. They just put the hat on Rigby and like, you know, like a light flashes on his head. He wakes up and he's like, you won the hat. And he's like, yeah. And then he's like, whoa, wait. And, you know, he looks over and it's a commercial of these two truckers. Yeah. And he's like, do you like steak? Yeah. And it's a steak challenge. It's 72 ounces and an hour or something. And
Oh, so the 96er, that's from The Great Outdoors.
yeah, it is. Except I don't.
I love that part.
It is 96 ounces. Yes, that's right. Because it's 6. Yeah, I think it was 6 pounds.
Yes, that's one of my favorite 80s movies. So, when I saw that reference, I was like, yes, it's the 96er.
Yes. My uncle loves that movie. My uncle from Ohio. He'd always talk about the 96er.
Oh, yeah, man.
I don't think that'd be that hard to eat either, though. I mean, I don't know why I would at this point. I mean, but like, I don't think that would be that bad.
I think I could probably put it away.
Yeah, I mean, like, dude, when I get home from school, I eat more than 6 pounds of food, and it's within an hour, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So whatever.
And you could get a trucker hat.
And this is not me bragging, folks. I mean, like, it's not really something to be proud of that you eat a lot of food. You know what I mean? Hey, look at me. I use a lot of resources. But yeah, whatever. But like,
hey, you're in good company, man. I do the same thing.
But Benson's like, so if we take the hat off of him, will he go back to sleep? And Mordecai says, there's only one way to find out. And they lean in, and Rigby kind of flinches, and then the episode ends. I mean, so it ends just as faster than it begins, and it begins pretty quickly, you know. So, but like the pacing in this episode is just fantastic. I mean, like, they don't waste any time. And we've left out a lot. I mean, a lot of little minor details. I think even the Jonathan Kimball, I thought maybe that's like Goonies reference, but I don't know, with One-Eyed Willie. But then I thought, no, because there is a whole episode that's basically one big Goonies reference. There's an entire episode, and it's one of my top 10 as well. They go on a quest through a mall to find Morimoto's, like his video game patch or something. And Morimoto is just like Miyamoto, you know. But Morimoto is also like One-Eyed Willie. And, you know, so, but yeah, it's, so like once again, another 80s episode, but.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, no, I was going to say, I agree with you. Yeah, this one didn't waste any time whatsoever. From the very first scene where Benson tells him get back to work, even before they do get back to work, that's when the whole plot begins. I mean, and it just keeps going all the way through. There was no dead spots at all. So yeah, I mean, this one was a lot of fun, and it was over before I knew it.
And this is going to be a kind of a polarizing take, but I think one of the reasons why this one's so good, is because early regular show Rigby is not in the majority of it. That's a lot of people like Rigby, and Rigby is one of my favorite characters because he is a very dynamic character. But boy, early regular show Rigby annoys the crap out of me. He just reminds me so much of like like the kid in class that comes to school every day. Can I borrow some paper? And it's like, I don't think you know the meaning of borrow. Can I borrow a paper? And it's like every day, you know.
Yeah.
My dog ate my homework, and I'm like, kids still use that? Like, but that's what Rigby reminds me of, you know.
I could see that a little bit. Yeah, yeah.
It's just the irresponsibility, and I'm not the most responsible person, but
I think you need Rigby to be like that.
You do.
Mordecai to be the way he is. Yeah,
you do.
He's a great foil.
Yeah, And here's the thing, like, it makes his arc so much better. Because he's, if you just view the series as a whole, he's one of the best characters. I mean, he's a fantastic character. But, yeah, so, like, I just think that's one of those boxes that were checked. Like, pretty much the whole crew is involved, except for Rigby, really. Like, in that teamwork, Avengers Assemble moment. It would have been cool to have Rigby there, but at the same time, it's like you need somebody to go into a coma, and who better than Rigby? Like, it makes the most sense that he would do that, like
The only other character I think would actually do that would maybe be Pops, because he's just so excited.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe Muscle Man, but Muscle Man could probably handle it.
True.
Like Rigby is the only one that could give, like, this is a very Rigby excuse. You knew you were allergic to eggs and you still ate the eggs. He's like, I thought if I ate them really fast, I wouldn't notice. That was a really good line. That was a really good line.
That is good.
So, world building in this episode. The Eggsellent Knight makes his first appearance in this episode, so that's key. He comes back at least twice more, and it's almost funnier each time he does. I mean, it's Rigby is revealed to be allergic to eggs, but also, if you think back to the Halloween episode, remember when he's egging the house and the cop comes along, he starts eating the raw eggs.
Oh, good point.
Yeah.
Did he actually swallow them, or did he spit them out like when the cop drove off?
I think he swallowed them. I mean, he was eating shell. He was eating shell and all, like a Aqua Teen Zuccotti Manicotti. He eating them real fast. He pulled them out too. Anyway, Bonnie Tyler's holding out for a hero, plays during Mordecai's training montage, which is, I mean, I love their use of 80s music for those montages. I just love that. Listen to a podcast. Billy Corgan put one out with Pat Benatar, and it was awkward to listen to, but it was such a great podcast. I don't know. He just reminds me so much of me. It's kind of hard to listen to, but
that's not a bad thing. Stop it.
That's not a dig at him. It's just like anytime he compliments somebody, it's like I don't think he means it to be mean, but like I do the same thing. It's like, well, he's like talking about a banjo player. Well, he's no Bela Fleck, but he did have this one thing that, you know what I mean? It's like you can't help but do that. I'm just trying to be objective, and I would imagine he is too. But I can see how to an outsider it comes off as like a backhanded compliment or something.
Right.
But yeah, he'll probably claim Pisces or whatever. But I don't know. I'm not. I just believe. Yeah. Anyway, he's got that's another podcast, folks. There's a Magnificent Others with Billy Corgan. It's kind of. But he's getting really good at interviewing people. He really is. So, a lot better than me. And, his opinion in music counts a lot more than mine does. So, whatever. Go give it a listen. But anyway, those 80s songs. I love the Pat Benatar. I love the Bonnie Tyler. Let's see. The second part of Eggsellent Challenge is based on the Holy Grail scene from Indiana Jones and the Lost Crusade, whatever. Let's see. Production notes. The episode commentary, J.G. Quintel reveals that this episode was an original sketch for the first season, where Rigby lost the Eggsellent Challenge by vomiting out its contents. The vomit in this case tries to help him, in which Rigby realizes that he's just eating more of his content. What the crap? I don't know. But I've seen an interview with him about this, and I haven't seen this one. So J.G. Quintel based this episode off a similar challenge at a cafe called Broken Yolk in I knew about that. Broken Yolk in San Diego, California. Several members of the cast, including the creator J.G. Quintel, consider this episode to be one of their favorite episodes. I'm right along with them. Not that I'm part of that crew. It would have been cool to have been featured on a radio show episode.
Absolutely.
Goofs. When the Eggsellent waiter sets the timer down, a gold watch that was never seen before appears in that shot. It never appears in any of the other shots on the waiter's arm. Well, so he gains a watch, a magic watch. Your clothes are black.
Wow.
While Mordecai is attempting the Eggsellent Challenge the second time, there's a part where Muscle Man has a brunette waiter in a headlock, while a redhead waiter runs to Mordecai. But in the next frame, the brunette waiter is the one approaching Mordecai. So they flip-flop. Yeah, whatever. Rigby is revealed to be allergic to eggs. Despite this, okay, I just said that. The Terror Tales of the Park, no allergic reaction. Pops is seen leaving the golf cart and entering the restaurant. However, he is not seen fighting any of the staff. He's busy singing Footloose.
He probably punched somebody at the crescendo of the song.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Bonnie Tyler wasn't playing during the fight scene, so he was of no use.
Right.
Now, a couple things I've seen just searching the internet. I saw, real quick, a forum. Somebody says, "Is the Eggsellent Knight Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty?" And I'm telling you, folk, well, not telling you anything, but like, in my opinion, and I believe just factually stating, I truly, no, absolutely not. I talked about this on the Party Pete episode. There is a character model that looks eerily similar to Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty. The problem is, there were people on Reddit trying to imply they're like, it's too big a coincidence. There's a knight in the episode Starla that uses a portal to go to a medieval place, and it's like, well, yeah, that's where he's from if you watch the later episodes. But he goes into a portal. It looks sort of like Rick Sanchez's portal gun. This is too big a coincidence, and he's trying to imply that they copied the regular show. At least I think it's what that regular show copied Rick and Morty. The problem is both of those episodes came out over a year before Rick and Morty premiered.
Right.
So it's
right.
like, no, they're not copying Rick and Morty. Sorry. and that character model that looks like Rick Sanchez is not the Eggsellent Knight either. The Eggsellent Knight is literally a parody character of the Knight from The Last Crusade. Now he becomes a regular, well, not a regular, but a recurring character, as does Manetti. This is kind of like what regular show's strong at. They bring back these side characters. It's like, oh yeah, I remember that guy. Do the thing, play the classics.
Yeah, that goes back to the world building you were talking about, and anytime when you use them sparingly, you appreciate them more. Like, oh
yes,
yeah,
absolutely, yeah. And now they come back, especially closer to the end of this. Like the Eggsellent Knight comes back when one of them they have to go through like what's it called, Bath and Body, whatever, tops, or maybe it's a hardware store. The Knight, they're like, what are you doing here? He's like, the Eggsellent Cap Challenge, they didn't need me anymore or something, so I had to get a job. But it's like there's a couple instances like that. Oh yeah, and one in the last season he comes back. It's like, dude, this guy, the Eggsellent Cap makes a comeback a couple of times. One is probably my favorite episode of the regular show, the Brilliant Century Duck Crisis or whatever, the one that makes fun of like Gundam and Evangelion and Voltron and Power Rangers, and but like the Eggsellent Cap is literally the cap that like the Megazord wears, and like the power is like the heart or something, or like the like the armband or something, and he swaps it like does a glissando and it powers up, So yeah,
there's the power. That's what it was always about.
Exactly. It is literally the power. So
yeah.
So there's so much stuff we could say about this episode, but literally, you probably, folks at home, don't want to listen to the reverberations off of my roof. But like, I guess I would rate this episode probably a 9. I mean, 10 is literally going to be reserved for like my favorite episode. Like literally, like maybe there might be 2 10s the entire time you listen to this. Like 9 is extremely high.
It's
like
really good, yeah.
That's top 5, top 10 top material for me.
It's
that's
awesome.
Subjective, but I mean, also it is the only award-winning episode, so there's that.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'd say at least maybe an 8 for me. I thought this one was really funny. It was a lot of fun, very, very quick paced, and once again, I really liked of course the montage was hilarious, but I really liked the back and forth between Mordecai and Benson in this one. And then they come back together, and even Benson, like this episode made me like Benson more because he apologized. He admitted he was wrong and he apologized about it. And when the push came to shove, quite literally with the fight scene and with the waiters, the crew had Mordecai's back, and of course Mordecai had Rigby's back. But it's so wacky and funny and filled with so many references from, once again, some of my favorite 80s movies. This was just a great time. So I would say this is easily an 8. I think the only reason I give it an 8 rather than a 9 is because I thought that the Halloween episodes that we reviewed were obviously they were longer because there was 2 of them. But I would give them a slight edge just because I think they just pulled out all the stops on those.
They do. Yeah. I mean,
but this one's really good though.
Yeah, I mean, they're both great in my opinion. I mean, and honestly, this may not be my favorite episode of season 3. I'm just saying, like, from an objective standpoint, it's kind of hard for me to argue with. Like, it's award-winning, plus I really like it. It's one of those landmark episodes that, it's like a series defining episode. But I would also say that the Terror Tales of the Park episode is also kind of a series defining episode. You know,
Right.
So
I mean, have you ever seen a fat? Sorry.
I've seen a goat on a boat with by a moat. A fat on a rat. Yeah.
That's one of the most, beautifully written songs I've ever heard. I mean,
I'd forgotten about that until you mentioned it. Yeah. Oh, Ghost Lemmy.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a bat with a fat and a rat?
My favorite part still, to this day, like I can still see it in my head, is when the ghosts fall and they fall faster down the pit than the car does. And then right before the car lands on Lemmy, he goes, or a bat.
Motherfuckers, get me out here. This music sucks.
It sucks. Oh, no. It seems like the kind of music I honestly think Muscle Man would actually like.
Yeah, I know, right?
Right. But anyway, that's a great episode.
Yeah, dude, it is. So, folks, I guess, I mean, Rob, you got anything else you want to?
No, but this was just such a good time, man. I enjoyed this episode a lot. So thank you for inviting me for this one, because this one was a ton of fun.
Yeah,
I haven't watched a stinker since you and I've talked about these, man.
Yeah, have you? How much into season 3 have you watched?
This is the only one so far.
Okay.
I desperately need to just have marathon a lot of the season 3, because I remember the last episode we did. You were talking about you were comparing 2 to 3, and the more you start going through the episodes in season 3, you're like, oh man, there's some great episodes on this season. So
the last one I just reviewed, Fortune Cookie, I thought for a while, I thought, well, I don't know. This is an okay episode, because I kept confusing it with First Day, because the monster scene kind of seems to be similar. I got to watching that and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is that good. And James Hong, I don't know if you know who James Hong is, but the Asian actor, he plays Lopan on Big Trouble in Little China, and they have a Big Trouble in Little China reference on there, and like he basically plays like the same bad guy, and like he plays that same salty Asian waiter that at the beginning, and it's such a good time. I mean, there's so many good. The season 3 really starts playing into the 80s references, like it really starts leaning into them, and I love that. So
awesome! Well, you got me sold.
So anytime you want to come on the show, if you just get a hanker, wild hair or whatever, just say, hey, I want to be on. Let me know. We'll do whatever episode you want to do.
Awesome,
all
thanks,
that
man.
Jazz. You say about summertime, you think you want to have some Spidey Saturdays episodes out?
Yeah. So hopefully, by the time you're hearing this, maybe there's an episode out yet. I don't know how.
I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. There's a big delay on this. Yeah, sorry.
So hopefully by the time you're hearing this, there's at least 1 or 2 episodes out. But even if that's not the case, the whole point of the show is just to kind of go through the comics, just one at a time, starting from the beginning. We might, do some Spider-Verse traveling through, different multiverses and cover maybe newer stuff every now and then. But for the most part, the foundation will just be starting from the beginning and working our way up. And eventually, by the time, we're 125, we'll have
the original Amazing Spider-Man run done.
Right, exactly. But it's been a ton of fun to do that with you, man.
Yeah, it's just as fun. We had just as good a time doing that as reviewing the. I mean,
Yeah, absolutely. That's because you notice some funny things. I'm like, oh, that is kind of funny.
Yeah, I mean, it's so quirky, but
it is absolutely. So yeah, and then hopefully we'll get some Turtles Forever episodes out again.
Yep.
But yeah, man, look forward to a lot of good podcasting for many months to come.
All right, good deal. With that, guys, if you want to get a hold of the show, I will try to keep checking my email. It's texmexandcandy@gmail.com, TEXMEXANDY, or I messed that up. You can spell Tex-Mex and Candy. There's no hyphens. Sorry, I done screwed it up. Any likes, shares, follows, subscribes, all that jazz. Uh-oh. Okay, we're in the clear. Any likes, follows, shares, and all that particular type of music would be appreciated. And I guess until next time, thank you for listening. Thank you for all the support. Rob, it's been fantastic go ahead, Rob. Do the thing. Do it.
What, the ending?
Yeah, here's to all that.
Oh, all right, guys. Here's to hope you enjoy your friends, your family, and a mega slice of.
Excellent omelet.
Oh, there you go. Mega slice of excellent omelet pizza. About said cowabunga, dudes.
Insert catchphrase here.
Perfect.
Right.
All right.